want the Chinese food? Oh, we got our food here. It's cold outside. Oh, you fat fuck. You got egg roll. You got dumplings, spare ribs. You got everything. Everything.
Hello, welcome back to By the Way. Today, we've got quite a bit to go over. You may be wondering why there isn't a second video released this week. That is because we have something very, very big in the works.
We have gone through a lot of pain and suffering to make this video for you. So please.
Yes, there is.
Please watch, like, and subscribe.
There is a big review coming up on a film that we were suggested. Hopefully by the end of next week, fingers crossed. But yeah, if you do like today's video, please like and subscribe. And let's get straight into this. HsTikkyTokky nearly killed General G. Basically, to any of our American viewers, HsTikkyTokky,
most of you guys,
HsTikkyTokky is an interesting individual. He is one of the bizarre British TikTokers that has risen. We birthed,
we birth a freak every like 2 months to get popular.
Yeah, we do.
We're just a hell spawn for these freaks of natures to come out and start doing random shit and get famous from it.
HS, General G, Bevo. We like to create these one-hit wonders. The only difference is HsTikkyTokky refuses to fall off the planet.
He is just fucking hilarious, to be fair, because he's like actually almost like a movie jock arsehole, if you know what I mean. Like, he's so stupid, but yet like so unironically stupid.
Yeah, he's to sum him up, he's a bit of a cunt, but he's a cunt in the way it's just funny. It's hilarious. It's like he'll say something downright outrageous, but you will laugh because of how he speaks.
He's like a cartoon villain.
Well, HS has had a lot of drama surround him in the past, especially when it came to an underage girl that he may or may not have slept with. But at the moment, he's been in the news for nearly killing General G. Basically, General G and HS are pretty good friends, and
I mean, friends is a strong word. I'd say more General G's a little jester for HS to use his clout and making fun of him.
The General and HS were gonna go for a car drive in purple McLaren, and well, it crashed. It didn't. I'm just saying it lightly.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was written off. You could not drive that piece of shit again.
Right now, but yes, it was disintegrated. The thing was a total. And, bizarrely enough, General G was lying on the ground in excruciating agony, to say the least. You could bet it up. But strangely enough, HS was nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. Fled the scene immediately. Apparently, he never even owns a McLaren.
Both of them. Well, HS had taken General out for a drive. Well, General was driving the car. It has been confirmed because HS he was recording, and as much as he is a retard, I doubt he was recording whilst driving. But allegedly there was 3 people in the car, which would make sense to how it crashed. It is a 2-seater supercar after all, not meant for 3 people, so I can imagine that. But my question is what the fuck it hit? I still don't understand what it hit to do that damage.
I thought it was another car, but I haven't heard anyone else talk about that yet.
It wasn't a tree. It wasn't a tree. It was in the middle of the road. Like, what did it hit? But yeah, so HS was in the car. The car crashed. Well, apparently HS is was the reason why it crashed. But He was nowhere to be seen at the incident. If anything, he looks like he's just trying to pin the whole blame on General G by making it seem like he's the one that cracked the car.
General G is generally lying there on the floor. He thinks he's paralyzed. People were filming him, being like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No." General G, HsTikkyTokky, nowhere to be fucking seen. Absolutely nowhere.
Miraculous recovery from a car crash, some would say.
Yeah, because it's not like one side was more fucked up than the other. Both sides of the car was absolutely fucked. And HsTikkyTokky walked away like nothing happened.
General G did suffer some cracked ribs, which I'd say. I mean, bearing when like you can probably see the car, what it looks like. A couple of cracked ribs is pretty lucky. Again, my bizarre question is how he ended up on the grass.
He pressed Y, duh.
There's
Obviously, he
so
pressed
many
Y.
questions around this that just no one seems to be asking or answering. Like, what did it hit? How was General on the grass? Like he didn't fly.
Yeah, how did he get out? How did he get out and then roll over on the ground?
And and how was HS just easily able to scamper away?
And it leads me to think he may have pushed him out of the car.
So after this, HS fled the country within hours to Dubai.
I do believe he had actually been. The police had gone over to him and tried to arrest him, but I don't know if there was enough evidence at all for him to.
There was nothing to detain him with because it was a car crash, but there was no one was there, so no one knows what happened. The only people who know are those two, and those two aren't going to say anything.
And yeah, General G was last seen driving the car, so
HS fled the country to Dubai, where
that's a normal thing he does whenever he's in trouble.
He decided to make a nice little video of him in front of a McLaren, an orange McLaren in Dubai, going act like the General, flop on the ground, looking like a vegetable.
Yeah, again, never owned a McLaren in his life.
McLaren, and he's supposedly. But after backlash, a lot of people backlashing against HS, understandably, because he did nearly kill someone. He came out and made a nice formal apology. Now that apology is going to play right now.
Apology video to the General. I am so sorry, bruv. Like, I fucking actually love you, innit? I got serious love for you. We've had the maddest journey on the net over the last year. Like, it's actually been a mad journey from when you just used to make clips of me. You come out to Dubai, we blew the net last year. You've come out of your shell, you've completely grown as a character, and now you are the General, bruv. And yeah, I just want to apologise.
It is awful. He says so much but nothing. He apologises, but then says, "Yeah, even though I
had no involvement
and I don't own the car, I'd like to say sorry."
Absolute and they called me the General.
He was never in the car, never acknowledged the car, never owned it, never was in it, just was nowhere near the crime scene.
Photo that you'll probably see right now of him standing posing in front of the car. He wasn't near the car. He didn't own the car.
And I'm pretty sure there was a video of him talking to General G, saying, "All right, I'm gonna leave this on you."
His apology. Also, as you saw at the end, he proceeds to insult the General again by saying, "Act like the General, flop like a fish, look like a vegetable." He also released a music video literally I think 2 days after or a day after the car crash.
I think it was a day after, a day after the car crash, with posing only singly with the McLaren as well, not the same one, but an orange one. And even before the apology, he made a video saying, if this video gets enough likes, I will drop an apology. He is a clout chaser through and through, you know. He does not care. He is social media trained.
HS is he is a bizarre case. I'd say out of all of the weird UK TikTokers that have come out of this, he's the most interesting and bizarre one of them all.
Because Bevo, he looked like a weirdo, but General G, not General G, HsTikkyTokky, he's a pretty good-looking guy. You know, he's in shape. He's got a nice square jawline. You know, I genuinely believe he is an AI creation, made to pump out content, because he is so well trained, and it's like he ironically does things. Like he catches himself up in these lies, saying he never owns a McLaren. Never ever had a McLaren. He owns 6 of them, and he says that knowing he owns all the McLarens, and that people have evidence of him owning those McLarens.
He's very. I mean, he's a himbo, like through and through. But he's a very interesting character, to say the least. You know, there are a lot of people, a lot of weird TikTokers like this in the UK, as we've discussed, Bevo, HS, and General G. What would be interesting, if you want to see us go through all of the weird freaks that came out of this beloved rock,
the UK law of TikTok.
Then let us know, you know, because I think it'd be very interesting to touch up on to touch up on some of these interesting characters. It
would be a very long video because there are many freaks in the UK.
If any more information does come out on this, we'll let you know. But for the time being, HS he's off the hook. Basically, he's off the hook free.
And he's generally uncatchable. You can't catch him in any lies because he sets himself up for the lies.
He's off the hook free. General G is obviously fuming, but he doesn't seem to care.
But you know, let's stop talking about our English freaks and talk about Canadian freak.
Keffals. Someone we've already talked
Keffals.
about. But this person, Keffals, refuses to just shut the fuck up.
Stay out of drama.
She refuses.
When you have such a complicated past, why would you involve yourself in even more drama?
She goes, "Oh, I'm so done with all this drama," and then proceeds to inject herself straight back into it.
And the thing is, being a trans person, especially a big one as well, she then kind of represents trans people. So when she's defending I don't want to say paedophile because there's no paedophile allegations, but definitely if you used to say he was a paedophile, I would believe you.
Should we actually say what's happened?
Yeah, alright. So his name is Vosh, I believe his name is Vosh. I don't really know. Weird name, but he's come under fire for he was streaming and he had a tab. He accidentally opened a file. It's Salt for Later, it was called, and it had a lot of images on there. One of them being, or two of them being, girls getting fucked by a horse. One of them looking incredibly young, by the way. The other one being 2 incredibly young-looking girls fucking a guy. Yeah, quite bad. Very, very bad. And after this popped up, there is just so much, people have just come up with so much evidence of him being a genuine weird guy as it is. There are so many clips of him on streams not defending child porn, But he does say, if you get child porn for free, it is not a bad action. It is not a morally wrong action because you are not supporting the people who make child porn.
Oh god, it's
And his argument for all of this is saying, well, the clothes that you have on you right now is made by child labour.
Last time I checked, my clothes weren't made by a naked child being, bum-fucked.
Jesus Christ, that's definitely one way of talking about.
I'm not going to say the R word, otherwise YouTube will fucking pull the video.
Oh yeah, we're already talking about CP. This is already bad enough as it is. But it is something we should talk about. Cannot silence ourselves on this. Yeah, if YouTube silences us, that is already a very big red flag.
For our last episode, for us briefly mentioning some certain things that happened in Moscow.
Yep.
Oh, you fucking idiot!
Just mute it. But you already mentioned Moscow. That's probably a big red flag as it is right now. Right, back to the thing. So yeah, so there are numerous clips of him. I've got numerous clips of him talking about CP, saying how it's the same as like the child labor camps, and by no means, winter time. I'm sure if someone's freezing cold, they would want clothes made by child labor if they're that desperate. No one is asking. You don't need CP to sustain yourself in life. You do need clothes, however. And now with everything costing incredibly just more than ever before, cheap clothing like that can be a lifesaver for people. So it's just not even the same kind of thing.
Also, the correlation just doesn't work, right? Because whilst, yes, in some countries, child labour might be allowed by the government, I don't think in many countries in the world, child porn or CP is allowed.
It's allowed, yeah. And also, for the clothes I buy, I would have to track the factory that it was made in and find the labour camp. With CP, you are going directly to the source material. You know who you're getting it from.
But yeah, so Keffals went out on made a video defending him, basically.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
She had made tweets defending him, against it, saying it was a genuine accident, because he also said it was a genuine accident having the because he thought, and he quotes that they were short-stacked goblin people, and he says, like in hentai, how the goblins are always kind of built very short-stacked. They're thick thighs, big boobs, very tiny. He says he thought that those very young-looking people were those things and not children.
Yeah, it's it's no surprise Keffals coming out to defend without a doubt a child predator, like without a doubt. Seeming how with Keffals' past of grooming kids in Discord and.
Well, no, to be fair, there is no actual confirmation that she'd done any of that. There is an actual clip of him having the very young-looking girls. Even though it isn't technically, real-life child CP, it's still, weird. Keffals, there's never actually been any confirmed things that she was talking to children or grooming any children. The worst she has done is supplying children with hormone blockers, I would say, or supporting a company that does that. But I do think it is incredibly strange that she was supporting him. I don't think there's any, even if it is your friend, I don't think there's any grounds you should be supporting.
What do you defend? Like, there's not like he's self-reported. Among Us, but self-report button. He's self-reported.
And there are
What is there to defend? Like, as soon as you see that, it doesn't matter how good of a friend you are. You're going to cut ties. I mean, like, for instance, you look at the whole SMP drama basically going on. The whole SMP situation, how majority of them are pretty scummy people. You know, not child beats, wife hitters, probably kiddie fiddlers.
biters.
They've all cut ties. Like, you look at Tommy Innit, he's literally just cut ties with pretty much everyone.
I'm waiting for him to have found out he's done something terrible, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, on top of all the CP stuff, he also is into bestiality. And I mean, look, furries exist. I'm cool with furries, you know, it's still humanoids. It's the idea there is a humanoid thing, it's not an actual animal.
Yeah.
He's incredibly, you know, like in Superbad, where the guy was just fixated on drawing dicks.
Yeah.
Like that, but with horse cocks. He's like that with horse cocks. There have been multiple screenshots of him talking about how he wants bestiality to be legal, and how he would happily shag a woman as a horse. Like, he said that on stream, on his most recent stream, where he was defending himself against these allegations. He said he still stands by the fact that he would love to fuck a woman as a horse.
But yeah, like, so Keffals came out defending this guy. It backlashed completely. I mean, I don't even get how you even try to defend it. And the thing is, Keffals was, well, you know, no surprise, already on very thin ice with what was going on, because previously, before the Volsh situation that happened, she posted a video about a YouTuber called James Somerton. She posted a video on it called fucking was it where's the fucking thing?
I mean, she
originally called it "This YouTuber's like killed himself," like, and it was fully monetized. And the thing is that James Somerton actually potentially did. No one knew for the time, because he was radio silent for about 3 days. And
her saying he has is a very wrong thing to do, as it is, because I mean, his family may not have even, you know, seen about it.
It's horrendous. I mean, like, the fact that you could just go out and say something like that is messed up, and have it as a fully monetized video. Like,
not even have it going to like suicide prevention or any, or like hotline people.
She has changed that video title, but the damage is done. So the original, like, she only came out and said said about it in the fucking comments of that video. Like, she put a comment, it says the original title was James Somerton has taken his own life. I shouldn't have named it that, and until there is full confirmation or not he is safe, I'm sorry for the false alarm. I'll be doing updates as the situation unfolds. Like, it's outrageous. One, it's spreading misinformation. Two, if he has, it is it was extremely insensitive to do so.
And then three, she doesn't even, like, it's a fully monetized. She's making money off that guy's death.
Yeah.
And not like putting it towards like a suicide prevention like services or anything. And also, and you know, the video itself wasn't too bad. It was really more the intent of the video. Because she had talked about it, and she said, obviously, that Vorse guy, this was before the whole thing had happened, he had talked about the James guy, and, he'd made a video saying how he can be forgiven, because the James guy had, he had nicked videos. He'd been doing, what's the word? Words.
Oh, plagiarizing
the videos, yeah. And they're saying that's an unforgivable crime. By no means, it's not a good thing, but like, it's not anything to really be like, this is unforgivable. This man should be like, take it off the internet. Just learn mistakes and move on. But she does make a point how just because he made that video does not mean that guy was responsible for him killing himself. It is your own responsibility to look after mental health. No one can fully always be there for you. You can have people in the corner.
What's really messed up is that previously, just before, well, a lot of people thought he died, is that he'd come out and said like he was being bullied and it was pushing him towards suicide, and then Twitter just bullied him harder, and then that's when it went radio silence. So just for I'd like to come out with that. I mean, Keffals is insane how she'll constantly say she doesn't want to be involved in drama. Because at this point, that is her entire career. Without it, she fell low. And she says she doesn't want to be involved in it anymore, and yet every single time she can, she fuel injects herself straight into there, fucking needle into the veins.
And even she says herself that she's a very impulsive person, so she wouldn't even think about the video she's making until she's already made it and posted it.
Yeah,
she won't even think about it, and she's well known for getting her fandom to go out and bully people.
Yeah, and like I said, she does use, like, I think she's got like ADHD or something like that. She does use that as an excuse, which it isn't an excuse. It isn't like I will
say
it's not an excuse for making videos like that.
You may be impulsive, but for something like that, you have to think about it. It is your responsibility as a YouTuber to understand what you are posting to the internet and the consequences it can have towards it. But I will say she did make a follow-up video to that video, and she had talked about, obviously, she said in that video she had very little sleep. So she wasn't really thinking at the time.
It's always the victim card she plays.
Yeah, she's always got an excuse for.
She can never genuinely admit that she fucked up. It is always there was this, there was that. For instance, and I think this is a very, very clear example of this, is that someone had been DMing her on Twitter, and it had gotten under her skin. It was about the fact that she had scammed $100,000 out of her audience. We have talked about this previously on the our other podcast, not our other episode. But yeah, and she responded back saying, "I've already addressed this dozens of times. I don't actually believe most people are serious with their Forks outrage and mostly just want to justify why they don't like me. I also do not need to defend myself from YouTuber accusations about an ongoing legal case. I am traumatized for the events in October 2022 and don't want to force myself to relive that trauma because drama channels want AdSense revenue." What she is doing there is she is brushing the question off as re-traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, she
mentions it more than anyone else, how it is traumatizing for her. I'm sorry to say, we don't even know what the actual situation was like for her, because the story changed so many times. The police could have gently knocked on the door like an old lady and said, "Please, may we come in?" We really don't know, because she's changed the story so many times. But she keeps bringing up that she is traumatized by this. She doesn't want to talk about it, but she's the one to bring it up first before anyone else.
But yeah, I mean, regarding Keffals, she's just she's on a spiral, out of control. We'll keep you updated whether anything new happens. But at the moment, I'm genuinely surprised that she still has an audience.
I think she needs to take a big break and really kind of think what she's doing with her channel. Because I don't think she kind of understands, the representation that she is for the trans community anyway, and kind of what she has been doing in her career that has affected other people.
Yeah, it's like...
and they will cry when people do the same thing to her.
Yeah.
People have their own traumas, they have their own lives. They won't use it as a reason for doing horrible things. No amount of trauma is any reason to do anything terrible.
Yeah, no, it's it's outrageous. And like, you know, again, so it's like she's in with. I mean, I don't want to start making accusations, but but I do believe that the fact that Vosh and her were friends doesn't look good for her, especially with, you know, the damning allegations she's got against her too.
They would make one. They would make one hell of a team, I'd say. If, but that's allegedly.
Gojo and who? Gojo and who?
Allegedly. But that's enough out of them for today, because you know
we're done now with the drama part.
We're going to stop giving clout to these terrible people, and we're going to talk about something that looks quite interesting.
Now, I haven't seen this trailer, so you're going to have to explain to me what this is.
So, it is a Overwatch kind of, 6v6 style, Overwatch style Marvel game. So, it has, one thing I really caught my mind so far was the destructible environments. They had bridges and statues collapse. I don't know if it causes damage to people, I didn't really see, but it did look really good. I think they have a very interesting kind of cast of characters. They didn't have the very usual cast you'd see. You saw a couple of kind of very unknown, like Magic. Is her name Magic? I don't know. I don't know how you say. Penny Parker was on there. She's only really gained popularity because of the Spider-Verse, but she's cool to see her in a game. There's someone else. Something Snow. I can't remember her name. But she's, I think it's Snow, or I don't really know. I can't remember. But obviously, then you have your big hitters like the Hulk, Iron Man, Doctor Strange. They had, what's it called? Rocket Raccoon, Groot. Also,
you can't say that word.
Oh, shut up, mate! Trying to get me cancelled already, huh? You greedy.
Clip it, everyone! Clip it! Clip it! Clip it.
And interesting enough for Spider-Man, you actually have Yuri, last name here on the screen, as returning as Spider-Man, which I really like to see because I think he's a great voice for Spider-Man.
Oh, Yuri Lowenthal. Okay.
There you go, Yuri Lowenthal.
I was going to say, I'm not putting that up on the screen.
He's literally 2-second image pop. Jesus Christ, you lazy bastard. No, yeah, he's returning Spider-Man. I always like to see that. Who else was another character I saw that was quite... Obviously, Punisher. He actually works very well for a game like because you need gun characters. You didn't see... I thought characters that would have been... I thought you would see. It was Captain America. Wolverine. He would have been another great one.
Okay, why don't you discuss a little bit more, what the game... you said it's like Overwatch. So, it's a six... Well, is it 5v5 then?
6v6, obviously pushing payloads. I don't know what it will be like. Maybe they'll do different game modes. I'm assuming I'm pretty sure they already showed off skins. I saw someone, I don't know who it was, dressed up as Galactus. So they're already doing skins and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's free to play as well, just like Overwatch 2. So that
sounds interesting. I'm skeptical regarding something.
We're going to see a battle pass for sure.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
But I think if they do the combat right, and I think already returning to 6v6, like Overwatch's 2v2, can be good. I don't know how the characters are really going to work. Because the gameplay, I will admit, the gameplay did look a little bit slow. Kind of more, not as fast paced as Overwatch and as smooth. It looked a bit more rigid and slow. But that could be just beta footage we're seeing, so it could be quite interesting.
I mean, at the moment, I'm very skeptical. One, because how much content is going to be in the game day one. Two, obviously, it's going to be a live service game. So it's all about how much content will be coming in those seasons that will happen with the battle pass. And then also my biggest concern I'd say regarding it is if it's engaging, because the reason why Overwatch works so well is because of the cast of characters.
Well, I mean, they've already got that on their side with it being Marvel, and the fact that they are putting characters that aren't extremely popular in there would actually be a good boost for people who'd be like, oh, well, you never see that character ever. I really hope to, I want to play as him now. Sorry. Throat infection. Throat infection from farming. Yeah. So with characters that you don't really see often, I think it'll be really interesting to see how they will play out. And if they are, going to be quite as popular as the big hitters. I think, obviously, games like that, the most important thing will be character balancing.
Yeah, 100%.
You really don't want to see metas like you're seeing the Maui guy.
Charge through everything.
I really hope Hulk is going to be like Reinhardt, because I love Reinhardt, my beloved. I love him so much.
And then my another like thing I'm going to be skeptical of is actual like gameplay. Like obviously you've got the payload stuff, but what is the side stuff? Is there going to be ranked? Because I'm sure that people want to play it competitively. Is there going to be fun side stuff? I mean, you have Overwatch's 2v2 and 3v3, as well as the wacky, zany other stuff.
I mean, all they have to do is at least promise and actually, produce what they promise. Unlike another game, Overwatch 2, PvE completely removed now.
Yeah.
As long as they just produce content, even if it's just at a steady rate, they will do infinitely better than most games like that now. And also keep the character balancing good. Because I don't know, Doctor Strange, I've seen him do a teleport move with a whole squad. That seems like that could be really annoying. He seems like he might be the meta to go with. I think Storm will be really cool. That's another character you don't ever see in games like that, Storm.
Well, if you are curious about this game, be sure then to subscribe, because we will do a review on the game.
Let us know in the comments who you want to main.
Yeah. And then should we talk? Are you done with the funny Marvel game?
There wasn't much to talk about. They kind of just showed the cast of characters and like a costume that they was going to release, and then kind of just a little bit of gameplay. You didn't see too much, but we will talk about it once more has come out.
But yeah, just quickly, something that happened just before we were about to start recording. Ninja's got Ligma.
Okay,
it's not Ligma. It was melanoma, but everyone's like freaking out. Like, it's even on the fucking news here. Like the news is like its own little section for gaming. It's on that. It's hardly cancer. Melanoma is like it's a mole. It's a cancerous mole. It's a mole. It's a mole. It's a mole that could become cancerous. Like it's hardly like he's not got a fucking tumor on the brain. Like he's gonna live. He'll be fine.
He will be fine.
I don't know why everyone's blowing this out of proportion. Like, I get it. It can be scary for him, but it's only melanoma. It is the least cancerous cancer out of all the cancers.
Well, I mean, it is kind of the news. Is sure they got to blow it out of proportions. I mean, people get more nervous and then start talking about it more, don't they?
But yeah, Ninja will die of Ligma. He will die of Ligma. It is Jova. It is Joe Biden over.
Jesus Christ. I know it's not a serious cancer, but it's calling it Ligma.
He's got Ligma. Yeah, it came true. It came true.
Ninja died of Ligma. Who is Ninja? Ligma balls.
That I think about wraps it up for today.
This week's drama.
Yeah.
And video game movies.
We've got a lot in the works coming up for the month of April, as well as on into early May. As we have kind of started to hint, there is going to be a review on the film Glitter. This was suggested by one of our comments in our Madam Web review.
We have a love and hate relationship with you, Guy. You've given us a great idea, but fucking hell, that movie.
please, for the love of God, subscribe. This video has taken like it's taken 2 weeks to do this. We're gonna kill ourselves.
We have put in the effort though, because we have generally really been enjoying doing this, and the support you guys have given us has been incredibly, lovely to hear and see, and having you guys actually interested in to help us move into a direction of our own, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But yeah, please subscribe, and we will see you, fingers crossed, next week for our review on Glitter. Goodbye.
Goodbye.